Hey y'all, it's Sarah, back with 12 more minutes of exercise. I try to give us a little bit of everything here at 12 Minute Fit, and today I've got a workout that is perfect for those days where you don't feel like doing a workout. It's a lazy day workout. For those days where you've got a big case of the don't wannas, your get up and go has gone up and went. How about you just grab a mat, lay on the floor, and work your core for 12 minutes. Today we're going to do 24 30-second rounds. There are 0 breaks. 12 straight minutes, but you're laying down the whole time. So grab a comfortable spot, kick off your shoes if you'd like, and we're going to get started. Down on the floor, 30 seconds. You lay down. I'm going to start our timer, and you're going to bend your knees. Keeping those knees bent and your head and shoulders down, just lift your feet off the floor and then tap them back down. Lift those knees right over the hips, tap those toes back on the floor. Draw your belly button down towards your spine. Press your low back down towards your mat. Keep those head and shoulders down. And tap and lift. That's all we're going to do for our first 30 seconds. And then we're just going to pick one leg to tap down as we keep the opposite knee right over our hip. Tap one foot, lift it back up. Same side, tap and lift. You're going to really press that low back down towards the floor and brace your core like somebody's standing on top of you. And you're welcome to hover those toes right off the floor to engage those lower abs and your hip flexor just a little bit more. When you hear that bell, you're going to keep that leg still and start to move the opposite foot towards the floor. Then bring that knee back up over the hip. Tap and lift. Head and shoulders are staying down. Low back is staying down. That belly button is staying towards the spine. And if you want, hover those toes off the floor. When you hear that bell, we're going to bring both feet down and we'll release those hip flexors by lifting our hips up into a bridge. So you'll drop your heels down by your hips. You'll lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Anchor your shoulder blades into the floor and then drop your hips a couple of inches and lift them right back up. Just down and up, staying in the top of this bridge, squeezing the glutes, pressing the whole foot into the floor, pressing those shoulder blades down. Keep the glutes engaged the whole time. We're going to go back to this exercise quite a bit for 30-second rounds. Bring the hips down, lift your head and shoulders and just reach towards one ankle and then the other. So firing up those obliques as we go side to side in our crunch. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Bring your shoulder blades up off the floor and reach towards those ankles with your hands. One side, then the other. We will also go back to this exercise quite a bit. When you hear your bell, head and shoulders down, both knees back up. This time we're going to extend one leg out and then bring it back in. Bring your heel towards the floor, bring your knee back over the hip. You can flex your foot and get a little bit more engagement out of those muscles. And if that other leg and hip gets tired, bring the foot to the floor as you extend and bend. Or keep that knee up over the hip, maybe flex that opposite foot. Head and shoulders staying down, low back pressing down, belly button tight to the spine. Let's switch legs. Extend out, bend in. Brace that core as if somebody's standing on top of you or something's about to fall out of the ceiling and land right on your belly. You want to brace for that impact and hold that feeling. Maybe bring your hands to your belly and feel those tight, tight muscles. We're going back to our hip bridge at the bell. Feet down, hips up. Down a couple of inches and then right back up. Press those shoulder blades down. Press those feet into the floor. Try to reach those knees towards the midline and really squeeze those glutes. Drive those hips up high. If you need to, you can bring thumbs under your hips for a little support or just keep those hands on the floor. Keep those glutes and hamstrings, low back engaged. Big, big squeeze. We're going back to that oblique crunch, hips down, shoulders up. Maybe try to tap your ankles with your hands. Really reach. Bring that bottom rib over towards that hip bone. Keep those shoulder blades up off the floor. Keep your chin towards your chest, your gaze right through those thighs. Can you crunch up a little higher? You choose how fast you're moving from side to side. We're going to bring both knees back up over those hips. And we're going to bring our hands to one of our thighs, just above the knee. Press into that leg and pull that leg into your hand. And start to extend the opposite leg out and then bend that knee right back over the hip. So we're going to use this pressure on the leg, pulling that leg into the hands to activate those core muscles even more. Keep pressing that back down. Maybe flex your foot. Maybe flex both feet. Keep that tension, keep that pressure, keep that belly brace. Start to tap the foot on the floor, bring the knee back up. We're on the same side. Tap and lift. Or hover off the floor and then lift back up. Maybe foot is flexed, maybe foot is relaxed. Low back is still pressing down. Shoulders are still down. That core is still on. Feel that big, big brace. Keep that tension on the leg. We're going to switch sides when you hear the bell. Don't forget to breathe. Don't hold your breath. Switch legs. Tension on the opposite thigh. Extend the leg out. Bend it back in, either with or without the foot flex. Using that tension to activate those core muscles even more. Stay with it. When you hear the bell, we're staying on the same side, but we'll keep the knee bent. We'll tap the foot on the floor, or we'll hover it off the floor. So you can either tap or hover. If you keep that foot 1 inch off the floor, you're going to keep those muscles working even more. Keep pressing into the leg. Keep pulling that leg into the hands. Feel the whole spine pressing down. Strong, strong belly brace. We're going to use those bridges at the bell to release these hip flexors. They should be feeling tight. They should be feeling like they're working and getting stronger. Feet down, hips up. Down an inch or two, right back up. Anchor those shoulder blades down. Maybe bring thumbs under hips. Press your whole foot down. Reach those knees towards the center. Keep those glutes engaged. Keep breathing. Try to scoop your belly. Tip that tailbone under and draw that belly button to the spine. At the bell, the hips will come down, shoulders come up, reach to the ankles. Fire up those obliques. Ribs towards hips. Reach as far as you can. We're going to keep working the obliques at the bell. Bring the hands out to the sides as you bring your shoulders down and bring your knees back up. Pick a side, drop those knees in one direction, and then right back over the hips. We're going to stay on one side for 30 seconds. Anchor those shoulders down. Don't let the opposite shoulder blade lift up as you drop those knees to the side. And you choose how far you can go. Challenge that range. Try to drop a little lower every time without letting that shoulder lift up. We're working the side of the core. At the bell, we're going to switch directions. Press both shoulder blades down. You might notice one side feels weaker than the other. Totally normal. Challenge that range. Can you go just a little lower every time? Maybe slow it down to see if you can go a little lower. When you hear that bell, we're back to our bridges. Releasing those hip flexors, working the back side, hands down by the hips or thumbs under those hips. As you go down and up just a few inches, press into those feet. Engage that back side, big, big squeeze. Keep that squeeze as you come down. Keep pressing those shoulder blades down. Try to hollow the belly. Tuck that tailbone under. Really squeeze as you lift. Keep that belly button pulled in tight. We're back to those oblique crunches. Shoulders up. Reach. Try to tap those ankles. Tuck that chin. Lift those shoulders just a little bit higher. We are nearing the end of this workout. We're going to lower the head and shoulders at the bell. And we're going to pick both knees up over those hips. And maybe you're going to flex the feet. Maybe you'll keep them relaxed. So shoulders down, knees up, flex or no flex, extend both legs out, bend both knees back in, out, and in. Don't let those shoulders lift off the mat. And if this gets to be too much and you feel your lower back lifting up, then just tap your feet down and up. So you can tap both feet or you can extend out and in. Keeping those head and shoulders down. Keep the knees bent. Tap alternating feet. Tap one, then the other. So you can keep both knees bent, feet flexed. You can relax the feet. You can extend one leg and then the other. You can extend both legs and try to scissor those legs, one forward, one down. Or stay with the bent knee toe tap or those leg extensions. You choose. Low back pressing down. We're going to finish with both legs. Extend out, bend in. If that's feeling a little too easy at the end of this workout, keep both legs straight. Bring those heels towards the floor and then back over the hips. Press that low back down. Keep that strong belly brace. Keep the head and shoulders down. So you can extend the legs out, bend back in, or you can keep both legs straight. Another option, both knees bent. Tap and lift. We're going to finish with bridges. Heels down, hips up. Little drop, big lift. Thumbs under those hips if you need that support. Hollow that belly. Try to bring those hip bones just a little bit closer to those bottom ribs. Squeeze those glutes. Press the shoulders down. We've got oblique crunches at the bell. Almost there. Hips down, shoulders up. Reach, tap. Shoulder blades high, chin tucked. Belly button still down towards that spine. Reach, crunch. Keep going, maybe move a little faster. And don't forget to breathe.
Activity completed.
There you go, 12 minutes. Lazy day ab workout, done. Why don't you stretch it out? Extend those arms and legs out long. Maybe hug the knees up to the chest, rock side to side. If you're feeling a little less lazy after that 12 minutes of movement, why don't you throw on another workout? Or stretch for 12 minutes. Or get back to your lazy day. Or your busy day. Whatever you've got going on, I appreciate you joining me for these 12 minutes. I hope you feel a little better. And have a great rest of your day.